Hello, Big C. Hello, Mr. Unchosen. I'm still doing the promotional stuff for posting that hey, I'm going live everywhere, and especially on Twitter. Did you know that they have a wow stream? Quack to you too, Heather. Hello. Nice TV emote. 190 tweets in the last hour for the stream. That's a very saturated market. So nice to see you guys. Very nice to see. Mhm. There we go. I think
Nice.
tweety tweet. Yeah, exactly. Tweety tweet. Tweet tweet. If the platform would be called a quacker, it would have been quack quack. But you know, you know how it goes with the ducks. They don't get any appreciation. I'm just kidding. Of course we do. Of course we get some appreciation. Um. Well, in this case, why don't we just go into Disco Elysium? Because we have a freaking ton of text to read. But before that,
Warmly greeted, friend. Welcome.
thank you, Mr. Unchosen. For quack's sake. Yeah, exactly, Heather. For the quack's sake. Heather can now spam ducky emoji. Quack to you too, VC. But there are one emote short. Hey, Copper. Hello. At some point, I really do hope that Twitter approves the finger gun emote, but not yet. Disco Elysium decides to start with windowed and not a full screen. Always. Yeah, I agree they should, but hey, the lick emote and the bomb emote are really the one Twitch should like. Finger guns to the stairs as well. Yeah, exactly. Wait a minute, I need to check this out once again. The emotes, finger guns, Pendu. Which is a bomb. No, they just decided to let it slide. Why the hell do we need that emotes approved? Like anybody would want to use them? No, of course not. After all, they have all the needed emotes like, I don't know, Craigasm. Yeah, exactly. Emotes being used. What an alien concept. Oh, and by the way, I fixed the full screen problem. It should be there. It is here. We are saved. Global emotes like Craigasm. Yes, exactly. Twitch is weird. which was always weird. Oh, I'm still jealous about those wings. And that's a unicorn. What part of a unicorn is that? I am a bit confused. Oh, it's a unicorn bomb. Okay. Unicorn butt. Heard we needed not a cop for a stream to make sure everyone is having fun. Hey, we have two cops here. One is art cop. No, really, check this out. Actual art degree. Because art cop. And the other is just your regular boring cop. Two cops and not a cop. Yeah, yep. Awesome. What do you mean sarcasm? Not a cop was a sarcasm? I thought you're not a cop. Oh. She has a green face. Why does she have a green face? I'm not a cop. That's exactly what a cop would have said. Took me a while to get that. I know that copper is not a cop everywhere. Huh. Striking woman because she has a green face. But I'm not a cop, totally different from a person who isn't a cop. Rex! Not going to be very chatty. Need to try and get food and drink in before the attack happens. Good thing, Rex. I'm really glad that you are about to get the food, the drinks, and please be safe. My goodness, please be safe, Rex. That's not easy thing. And hug your doggo. That's really needed. Green raincoat. Yeah. Silk scarf tied around her throat. Yeah. Aren't you going to say anything about the face being also green? Doggo hugs. Yeah, it's like a kitty hugs, but
Good evening,
doggo.
officers. I'm Joyce.
Uh-huh. Hello, Joyce.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Yeah. And Joyce L? What does the L stand for? What exactly is the RCM? I will be the husky gave me a heads up, so I get prepped for a bit more. Hello! Hello, RK. Thank you for the host, Joey. Yeah, exactly. Hug her for that. What gave us away? God damn it. Luke! I don't know, let's shake her hand. No, actually... Hey, thank you, Copper. Back to you two, RK. Let's get annoying. And ask, what does L stand for?
Leighton, my maiden name.
Oh. Oversized raincoat.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. What gave us away? What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
She's a good one. Oh. Thank you, Heather. For the corgi beats. Corgos. Fuck it, the most important thing here. I disagree. I really disagree. I think the chat is important here.
Nice.
Not the quack. Heather, Luke. Yay! Relax, she meant it in jest. Yeah. Let's shake her hand. A quick
I'm
question.
glad to see you here.
At least somebody is glad to see us here.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Now, Heather, it's for you, Coloring book that you were coloring in a stream. Yeah.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview.
Oh,
I
come
should
on.
let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
This game is about a lot of dialogue so far, and about this particular guy trying to be some kind of cop. Do you get it from the K? Huh. Oh, it's about the book. So, okay, the thing is, it's kind of an RPG, but kind of a quest-heavy RPG. There's a trace of irony in his voice, mischief even. This is tactic.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're in the boat. That's the most professional thing. The most professional thing the detective could ask. You're in the boat. Oh, God. Okay, do you know something about these tattoos? Let's ask something important first, and then goofy things later. That's the man who was killed. She almost takes the photo, but then stops. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. So you know something about tattoos. Mm-hmm. Better not to tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope this is something else I can help you with. Yes. So, Doc, when is next stream? Oh my goodness, the next stream is going to be on Saturday. If you wanna know the exact time of stream, there is a thing in the channel description. Right now it says live, but it shows what day for you and what time for you the next stream is going to happen. So can you tell me something about the lynching? And the next stream, RK will be on Subnautica. Quite a few things. Contemplating something. She's hiding something about lynching. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask your names and badge numbers. Okay, the badge numbers is a hard thing. Yeah, exactly, trade secrets. But I have lost my badge. Yeah, exactly, arcade. Where we die from suffocation multiple times. Oh, but by the way, there is going to be less suffocating now. Be right back, okay. In Subnautica we have actually made a progress, and we have 225 seconds underwater. Whoop. Workout time. Yeah, give these muscles a proper shake. Do it, Vixie. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, and what happened to yours, detective? Remember when my partner told you I'm recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it. I see. So you're saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I could have eaten it for all I know. After a night of heavy drinking. Let's just go with the... No, I could have eaten it. Oh dear, she sighs with confusion, sadness, even some kind of encephal amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you. Naive as I may sound, I simply can't imagine what you'd gain by faking such a condition. Yeah, I agree. The lieutenant interjects. As I said, ma'am, this technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM. Oh, God. Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen the badge. What can go wrong? No, seriously, what can go wrong? 28% chance. Let's do this. Of course. She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate. Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials. I will be frank with you. She puts down her quite low chances worth taking. Yeah, exactly, Copper. You see, this playthrough is weird because low chances tend to have higher chance of success, and medium chances tend to have lower chance of success. It's weird. Risk it for the biscuit, exactly. I'm going to break protocol. I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible. You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain. Like what? Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. Oh no. Oh no. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. They're profiting from the trade. True. The company has tried looking into the matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Maybe, maybe. Or she picks up the cup back up. You can recover your badge. Though, if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause. Maybe. Detective, the lieutenant closed the note. A word up in private before we continue. Excuse us for a moment, madame. Yeah? You want something?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, detective.
How did you hope it would go? Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, you know, not volunteer as to be her henchman. Really? I thought it was going so well. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight in her hands. Yeah? So what? You could just, you know, find my badge. Actually, what do you propose? No, if there is a reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union or that we're on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. Yeah, exactly. What I propose, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. He adjusts his glasses. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand her for her information on the lynching. Okay. Good point, by the way. We just investigate and then hold the info hostage. Which is a good
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You could just spill the beans. You're on a boat. Why, yes, I am. No little people are on boats, are there? Of course there are. She looks around. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Wait, we're on archipelago? Yes, we are. We're on Lekailu. Um, Kalu? I thought we were in Revachol. We are in the city of Revachol and on the island of Lekalu. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. That's a good point. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Caprice Kinema motor carriage either. Ah. Actually, the lieutenant becomes defensive. That motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in a greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy. Neither is this. The woman pats on a cabin head hard top. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands. You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around this boat because she's rich. Why? Why what? Stop thinking, take her down. Those internal voices. It'll come off as I'm envious and I'm not. Why am I even thinking of this? Have it your way. Okay. Does she have a name? The boat? No. It is called Cordeliet 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. Okay, but what kind of boat it is? Is it... It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be a rated for category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business. How do you like it? My sloop? I like it a lot. Philip's colon to where I smile. It's the eel's hip, baby. Eel's hips. I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating. Ah, do you have a license? Really? Do you need a license to have a boat? Officer, I assure you I am a highly qualified pleasure craft operator. The crowns on of her teeth are porcelain, white and the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator, so charming. Where's the damn license? Can I see your license? I just renewed its safely inspection last month, officer. It's completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one but two Insulindic regattas even finished once. Still need to see a license, ma'am. Actually, you don't. I'm pretty sure I do. I police. I police. We police. It's a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specially denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. Wait, exactly how little known is this fact? So we can't pull over random civilians and demand their paper? That's weak. But exactly how little known is this fact? I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act. Yikes. Makes sense, I guess. No need to resort to self-pity, detective. You can still ask for her passport. Yes, I'm going to need your passport. Of course, she reaches the pockets of her raincoat, producing a bundle of documents in a sealed plastic bag. Look at passport. The woman is silent, smiling while the waves up against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying Republic of Vesper. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Sejant? What is Sejant? The Republic of Vesper, formerly the Republic of Vesper Messina, was once a dual kingdom and an amicable. What does amicable mean? Amicable parting of ways produced. Maybe it's like a friendly parting of ways. Some words produced two constitutional monarchies. Vesper, the richer of the two, and the Occidental nation known for its proximity to the pale and exotic financial derivatives. Anything else? It's a stable country, and yet there has always been something ominous about the perfect stability, its place at the edge of the Mundi ice, overlooking the Ubisant Isles, fracturing into great unrest of the Pale. Look at the photo page. The woman born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads Rejoice Leighton Messier. Okay. Your name is Rejoice? Yes, but please don't call me that. Why? Joyce is much more efficient. You're from the Republic of Vesper. My husband is. I have dual citizenship. Vespertine is handler when traveling. Yeah, seems to be in order. She knows and returns plastic bag. I think I have to handle the boating. Mm-hmm. Good. What can you tell me about this strike? Everything, she smiles, right up to, but not including trade secrets. Ah, not including. Wait, what do I want to hear the trade secret? I know that. What is your role in this precisely? I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer. Yeah. And how are the talks going? They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Mm-hmm. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There is a 2.2-meter racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, you mean Measurehead? Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynch? Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived. Yikes, sounds like bad. And when did you first arrive? I arrived 3 weeks ago. Good, so 2 weeks you were making no progress. Or a little progress. Yes, in the middle of February, the bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM. Okay. But the strike began in December. Dun dun dun. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gamon hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gamon despite confessions he granted the union in prior negotiations. Concessions. Ah. This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike. Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands and are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. Plot thickens. Ludicrous even, it's meant. What are their demands? There are leaflets everywhere and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker a member of the board. Yeah, that's stupid. Most of the workers probably don't know what that means. True. It seems like they have no idea about business. In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Whack to you two rags. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker member of the board. What does that even mean? Most of them probably don't know what that means. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time Wild Pines makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only they are kings of the company, they are also kings of 72,000 employees of the Wild Pines group. Yikes. The king is dead. Long live the workers. No. That's pretty funny, I have to admit. They are having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, in my assumption was they would prefer more practical solution. What are you going to do? I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with pseudo-mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. Plot thickens even more. And now people are getting lynched, I hear, behind the whirling rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one. Excuse me, the lieutenant looks up from his notes. From whom did you hear about the lynching? Her reply becomes quick. I first heard it from the boy at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was call me mañana. Huh. This checks out. Well, probably. What happened to this Gamon? Mr. Clare told him how did he put it? She pauses to compose herself. Gamon short of stature. Freak off, midget. Okay then. Yes, keep in mind this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union. Good point. Everett is a bad guy, after all. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? The scabs, she raises her brow. You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work there the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines for its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least. God damn it. It's implied she's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion. Alright, what do you think of Everett? Everett Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interest of the workers first. Really? Of course not. Everett is fantastic. Yeah, exactly, Luke. It's a blah blah blah. I told you, it's very heavy on dialogue. boring talking in this. Yeah, most of the time everything's happening here. Hmm. Hmm. You sound like you're about to take a rapier to him. Oh heavens, no, we get along just fine. You know that you mentioned it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double cheek. That's Everett, alright. Yeah, most corrupt individual. Yeah, I agree. Wait, there are two of him? Wait a minute, there are two of him? Yes, Edgar, look exactly. I like the boring talkie games here. I like the boring talkie games in general. They usually have more of the story. And I like stories. Talks exactly like Everett does. Hot take. Look, you had a hot take here. What do you prefer though? Hey, it's already 2040. Huh. What about Union itself? Not sure Union itself exists without Brothers Claire. The Debordeaux's Union was once a perfectly normal institution 20 years ago anyway. I must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Yikes. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Claire came and transformed it into, how do you say, a mob. The Debordeaux are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we're forced to cooperate with them. Refreshingly honest officer. Exactly. They are the mob. Ugh. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask, would you say that Debordeaux Union is... I prefer not to have an opinion. Of course. Yes, see. One more thing, you said something happened in the election. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman. The previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared. Disappeared? Yes, one last day of the local chapter election, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore or coming to work ever. End of story. Some kind of extortion, probably. Indeed, the company suspects foul play, but there is nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is these kind of things happen around the Claires. Watch out when you're dealing with him. Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine. That's all I needed, so... low down this reality we're in. No. We've talked to Claire. You have? How did you like? Finally, time to choose sides. It's not important if I liked him, I was doing my job. Actually, I was doing my job there. Of course, detective, excuse me for implying otherwise. RCM does not pick sides in this. Hope it doesn't come off any other way. Of course, and I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, if you feel like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear about person's take? Yeah, of course, gossiping. Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her, she'll like you for it. No, I'd rather talk about something else. No. Of course, detective. So, tell me about this drug trafficking. It's quite straightforward. Someone's using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran isolate into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years. Ingredients for what, ma'am? Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from this stuff. Good point. Yeah, baby. It's party pipeline. Why would you stop? Why would you want to shut that down? Oh dear. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jammer Quarter north of here. Wild Pines seem to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean. Oh, we're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no, as far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transfer the ingredients for a cut. Okay, and you want to investigate? Yes, but you won't get anything from Everett or Dock Workers Union Steel. Every chain has its weak link. Mm-hmm. The motor lorries at the roundabout. The bolt cutter position. The lorries. Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock. Oh, that's why the last time we asked the lorry driver about the drugs, he says like, no. So we should have known the drugs from this lady, and then we should have gone to the lorry. Yikes. How convenient that they're stranded like breached whales in the roundabout. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. It gives you a knowing. Cool. Okay. Find the driver and spill the secrets. Okay. No. Thank you, that's all for now. We have a lot of very useful info. Joyce into the lynching. Info about the lynching. I'm sure she has no idea about the lynching or anything like that. Can we open this door? No, we can.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Who am I speaking to?
It don't matter who I am. Now, go on, get out of here. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold out here.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Okay. Those citizens. Backyard door. Balcony with a view on the yard and the hang. That smoker out there could be a witness. Can I talk to him? Oh, I can. Apparently I can. You see a young man on the balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while. Smoking is bad. Look, I cannot. I tried to knock one door in and I failed.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Yeah, sure. Trouble find you. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
Oh, officers. Is Ducky a cop? Yeah, exactly. We are cops here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Oh. Oh my. It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be a witness. The balcony has great view on the whole thing. Can I at least have a cigarette? Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you have a good view. I can tell you that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite disturbing sight even by Martinez standards. What were you doing last Sunday? Oh, you already asked me that, didn't you? Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching? Did you? Did you, Kim? No, not you two. Some more muscular type. I broke something big at work, fixed a few minutes later. All good. God damn. Mr. Unchosen, that sounds scary. It's like you had a development server and suddenly you were getting the raw development thing into the production server. That's scary. The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? Last week? I don't know. He looks around the courtyard again. Snow blankets the old patio chairs and dead house plants, and all the neighboring windows are black. Yeah, something committed wrong, so what went to the production server was broken. Yeah, I thought that. I thought that's the case. Always goes like that. Thank goodness you fixed it. Mr. Unchosen, have a regular high five for fixing it. A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene. You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday? I had a friend over. What kind of friend? It was my Sunday friend. Sunday friend? How intriguing. Quack to you two. Now you can talk Sunday friend. Like, who were you? I was with a Sunday friend. But it was Thursday. Oh my goodness, then it must be a Thursday friend. Did he see something? He didn't reply. Under the dull and darkness sky, the neighboring window stands out. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching you, spying out on you there. Can you tell me your name? My name? My name is Martin Martinez. Yeah, sure. Sure. You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you? No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? Alright, we'll talk later. No, we won't. He takes one last drag of the cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony. Really need to get going. But please. Please, let us stay. This is a not very good thing. Not very good chance, so he'll just leave. Yeah, exactly. Time to bring out your secret charm. Secret charm. Do you want me to cry? I'll stop drinking. I take the trash out. Just please don't leave me. That's exactly what a cop should say. Trash? Listen, I really have to go. Ah, there it goes. Wasted. You would have gotten at least a few good drags out of it. Good luck with the investigation. Uh-huh. And he leaves. And he waddles away. Okay. Find a way inside. He's gone. No point in running. You're right. He probably didn't have anything important. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. There has to be a way getting inside the building. Let's go check the door near the pier again. Can we smack this door? No, we cannot. Not very much to do here. I mean, there is not a lot of things to interact with. In this case, probably, we could go and talk to lorry drivers. Maybe even continue in some quest. Because god damn it, the quests are not getting easier. Hey, Drunky the drunkard. Hear a distant squall of seabird. Yeah, that I do. What is that? Splatter of bullet holes lines in the wall. The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. What? Look closer first. The fading marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusion, just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient. Yikes. Where? Someone has been shot. There? Those are old. Oh, you mean like from the revolution? Yes, the one that happened half-century ago, he blinks. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant any investigation by officers of civil law. Alright then. Let's talk to the drunkard. Better mouth your words around me, boy. Anything I can do. I'm a job for every man. Listen, boy, I don't start trouble, I fix it. I've been kicked out of every joint of Reva shop. Hey, man. Hey, yellow plastic bag. Now we can gather the... what do you call them? The bottles. The empty bottles. Good mail delivery box. The box seems happy. We have made a box happy. Uh-huh. I feel your mail collection box. Happy box. Yeah, exactly. We can sit on the benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go. You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kusanagi is gone. You keep promising me that he's gonna be gone, but he's never gone. He's always there. What is this? I have found Smokies. Can I see these? Of course. Of course I can see the highlighted messages. Found the Smokies. Let's do this. We were... waiting for that since we woke up. Find booze. There. It started on Monday. There it is, brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into the fire for you, sir. Okay. What about high five? High fives? I can see high fives, but they were not really... Like, how else can I know who asked for high five? I can see those. Hey. Really? Seem to be not seeing those. I'm sorry, one moment. Oh. Oh, gods. Those I cannot see. Okay, Mr. Unchosen. Copper Griff. Copper. And I think Heather is not here anymore, but still, high five for Heather. And Rags. Rags. The giant high five for you. Whoop. Somehow. Last time I could see it in the Twitch chat, in the slobs. And this time I can't see it anywhere. Only in Twitch chat. Alright, let it be Twitch chat then. Why not? Okay. Sometimes the redeems go wonky on the streamer side. Yeah. But I'm trying to, people. And we're about to smoke. Light it up. Oh yeah. What are the precautions? Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. Intellect raised. I knew that. I knew that. Sometimes the redeems go, yeah, but we've completed the task, we gained experience. We're good. In the bottom right corner of the screen there are smokes button. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know it damages health, but it raised my intellect, which is not totally bad. What's that again? Oh, horseback monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic stand, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? Hmm? 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 A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Wanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane. Good point. What did this king do? Ouch. You have no idea what you did a week ago. How could you know what this guy did many centuries ago? Good point. Very good point. So, can this guy know something about trafficking? Oh, this is a woman. Okay. She doesn't know anything.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. Eh. Boring. Could have forced her to admit that she's taking drugs or smuggling drugs. I'm sure this guy, very pleasant guy.
Welcome to Ever.
Do continue, sir.
Oh, come on, man. It's just a greeting. A lorry driver thing.
Uh-huh. Just
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Probably.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Good point. Good point. Yeah. Freaking A, Kim, I've got your back. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Mm-hmm. I found this mug in trash. Yours? I found a mug in trash. Is it yours? Oh man, that's great. Oh, look at the guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. Is it yours? God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. Good. He doesn't live in Martinez. What are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your bum situation. How long has it been going? What cargo? Apples? Apples is exactly the kind of thing you say if you have something to hide. Apples? Yeah, apples. I take you had other questions. Yeah, he's definitely hiding drugs there. How long has it been going? The strike. But this is just the last week or so. Uh-huh, Apple. Sounds like a cover story. Look, Ace Detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. I've got ancient rights and privilege to lose patience from explaining it. I'm here to pick up a load of freaking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples. Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think? Oh, so they grow apples in Grad. Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down south Yucatan, a beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas. In fact, Yucatan is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life. Yikes! Yucatan is not the south, and they definitely don't grow apples there. Yeah, says who? It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. Yeah, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those Koikos. They're everywhere except their own homes. Huh. What was that? White morning? What is that? No, that's... Oh, Did I finish actual art degree? What a weird coincidence. What does it Koikos actually mean? He means people living in Grad. Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Grad folk, those degenerates from Grad. Okay, but why the word Koiko? Cause that's what they all are, Koiko. Pith. I have no idea how to pronounce any of that. Low self-esteem those guys have. Mind you, they look occidental, but they're not really like us. Okay, so it's an ethnic slur. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise? So, can I say apples? Do you miss the part where I say they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't be go putting my nose in them. Mm-hmm. Drugs. Definitely drugs. This guy is very shifty. And relax, you've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't know what he's hauling. Even if it is something unsavory, he'd remain unaccountable. You said something about rights and privileges. Yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal license and everything. We tried to hold to our privileges. And that's a privilege? Sure is. We have a guild and everything. Very ancient, very prestigious. I'm sorry. So you're a Carter's guild. Goddamn right, they've been trying to screw us out of our heritage in the name of profits. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to screw him right up the bum. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter. Oh yeah, practice. We're done for now. Thought complete. Our degree. -1 to hand-eye coordination. Ouch. Ouch. Conceptualization. Passive heal +1 morale and give 10 XP. That's not bad. That is actually not bad. Okay, so can I equip it? Hey, I can equip a bag. A plastic bag. Oh, goodness. This game makes everything you need to make a Hobocop. Like, check out this magnificent guy. You just go on and make a Hobocop. Isn't that like a Hobocop should look like? That's a perfect Hobocop. Just absolute perfection. Ah, well.
Is this about
Yes.
the questions again?
Need
'Cause
some
I don't really
shorts.
know anything.
Exactly, Mr. Unchosen. You're right. The only thing I need... I have the tire bag, but no tire. Can I steal... So I have the tire bag, but I need to have a tire. I need to find shorts. I mean, I don't find anything strange about my actual pants in this game, but shorts could be a saving thing, you know. So this guy smuggling apples, I mean, hauling apples. What about this guy?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
What are you hauling anyway? High grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. You're under arrest. What are you actually hauling? Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of fallen cargo. Mostly sporting goods. Oh yeah, right. Sporting goods. That your machine? Something happened on Twitter, probably. Hey, thank you, Voss. Thank you, Voss, for making a tweet. You're amazing. Thank you very, very many. Like a rash you can get rid of. You're interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Yes. Yes. A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Kalu and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of fallen rust bucket. Maybe A6? That's a fallen A6 you got there. Good eye, my man. Yep, she's old one but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. So, nothing illegal then? Nope. Unless you're legal. They were illegalized sport equipment while I was on the road. Yikes. Bye. Where can I get those sweet bumming? Turn, turn, turn. The bottles. Take. 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 Take it. And this one. Oh, that as well. What's happening here? Oh, I remember. It's the pawn shop. Some kind of machine, antique cash register. Welcome to the pawn shop. A Boston woman. The plaque simply says day. In the dark, a film projector is wearing away. What is that? Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashion thrown in. What is this? Sawed-off street light. No. Oh no, sawed-off street light. Is that a street light? Yes, officer. As you can see, in a perfect working order. Hey, at least it works. His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide. Let us gaze upon it. The light buzzes faintly but persistently. A experience. Bristol, hello. What's up? Good morning to you. Can't really stop. Oh, you're at work. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for sharing your Bristol love. Man, your work. I hope it's not that you started that early, as I think. You see rows of soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. Let's do this. Hey, we succeeded. Why, what's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say fall. 5:15 a.m. What? Why do you work at this time, Bristol? It shouldn't be normal. It shouldn't be alright. No. No. No, it's just 8 a.m. here. 8? Yes, 8 a.m. I couldn't do that. I bow my head for you, Bristol. What is this? Oh, that's the Headless Fallen Rider. Oh, the Headless Fallen Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fallen tracksuit. As you can see, he's missing his hat. It's tomorrow afternoon for Mr. Unchosen. Yeah, Rags. Mr. Unchosen is from the future. 50 cents, bargain priced. Can we afford 50 cents? I think he's looking for it or something that part of the story. I think we need this guy in our life. Time travelers. Mr. Unchosen is going to finish his work very early for me. Inspect the night. Big men on big horses, yada yada. Who are they? Franco-Nigerian knights. He looks at dusty figurines in the dim light. I used to be very serious about these guys. Inspect the blue uniforms. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. I need orange trousers in my life. I really do. Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing Contact. This is what the loyalists look like, yes. At first. Then they wisen up and got camouflage. Are these royalist soldiers? Which ones? Inspect the figurine in rags. Rags. The set of soldiers is meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols, some even shovels and tall sticks. Are these even soldiers? You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. Good point. Poverty and stuff. Means to give people hope. I can't. Okay, let's get this. Hey. We got something useless today. Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it. No, I don't really want it. I don't really want it. The only thing I really want... Probably to get rid of the bottles, maybe, at some point. And before even that, get more bottles. Which, I suppose... Pull the lever again. Doesn't work. I didn't mean to do it a second time, but... What can you say? Samarian butter soaks. Let's do this. Attempt to reconstruct what happened here. Let's do this. Oh yes, we did a reconstruction there. So, judging by the size of the impact and parallel lines of the burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle. Oh, that's how the sign was standed there. Acceleration. The billboard was here. And now I cannot lift this thing. Okay. Look at the crater. The crater. Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers per hour. Wow. I know a bicycle that can travel that speed. Look at the roof. The black marks on the roof indicated the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack. Sloping metal roof panel. The panel served as a takeoff ramp. Broken posts. Oh, yeah, right. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the post. And then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. Look at the sign. Oh, it made it. The sound broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. Not bad, not bad. The Samarian butter billboard. Huh? How recently? Look at the opposite bank. Maybe I can even find this vehicle. What's the model? There are two good candidates, the Capri 40 and Linea G22. What is Capri 40? It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like came from the skinny tires frequently found in that motor carriage. And the Capri 40 is a very popular model with bank clerks, top-in pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers. That was important notion. That was a very important notion. Oh dear, why the Linea? Very sturdy but light motor carriage, more likely than most to survive that jump. The Linea G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long. So many things. That's very interesting game. Copper, if you ever want a lot of interesting games or a lot of interesting stuff in game, that is your pick. Like your sure pick.
Any theories about what happened here?
Looks like someone was a real wreck. Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand. Looks like someone was in a real hurry. What kind of car do you think it was? I don't know. Linea Capri? I have no idea. But probably, just probably, we would go with the most popular, like 340. It's quite likely from what I can tell. I have some ideas about who it might have been. Stripper cop. Really cool and courageous. Oh yeah. Somehow connected. It was someone dangerous. Actually never... I think it's connected. The traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we're not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder? Yeah. I don't know. Let's take the test. We must. Yes, we must. We must do that. Because if we don't, who will? Hey, trash can. More bottles for the gods of bottles. Do you have pants? Like shorts?
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Rummage. No. Try again. Maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. Yeah, of course. Hey, we didn't find anything. Put the visor back. Yeah. No. No. I don't want to. Oh. Headless Fallen Rider. That's a good one. Find the traffic hooligan. That's exactly what we're about to do. What is that? And what is that? Pants? Is it pants? The name Sealang is embroidered on his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
Okay. Glad everything is cool. I need more battles, more bottles in my life, not battles. I don't need battles right now because I did not take the pants of the dead guy yet. And yes, we're about to do it. As soon as Kim sods off, We're gonna do that. We're gonna take his pants off. Uh-huh. But first, we need more monies. And we take monies by collecting bottles. That's how we gain money when you... That's how you gain money when you are a cop in this world. So, every police officer who is not in this world should be really, really, really thankful. Dude. Is it here? I am not sure, but... No, apparently not. Well, in this case... Let's go more conventional way. And by more conventional way, I mean through the front entrance. Because the front entrance means business. And we're on an important mission of collecting bottles and reselling them. You can sleep after... Yeah, sleeping heals them after 21, so I can go to sleep already, but I don't wanna. I want Kusanagi to leave me and let me loot the body. And the worst part is that I owe this bugger money. And by this bugger I mean the guy in the wriggling rags. And this guy is totally... Insert your bottles. Yay! 1 real. More alcohol. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. I still owe, I think, 25 real to that guy. Don't know about that. But technically, that's how it goes. Anything interesting here? No. Manana. Do you know anything?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia. Was nice enough. It's a bit of rest area on the path leading across other open plains. Yeah. Right, you talk to the boss eye to eye, like a man on the plane. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. Not really. Not really, manana, not really. Measurehead crushes everybody. Probably if we are just a bonehead cop, here we could potentially crush the Measurehead. Punch clock. Let your muscle memory deal a random number. Hey. Revachol. Yeah. Calling. Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lemmy. How can I help you? What is this place? Video Revachol. Do you know me? No. Why did I call you? Maybe you called to extend your rental period. Do you need to extend your rental period? My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Okay, my name is Harry Dubois. Let me fire up a machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one. What kind of film is that? It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Zimsk immigrant insidious voyage. Okay, immigrant tries to come to terms with his onset of dementia. That is actually a good thing that gave me level up. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're in the corner of Voyager and Main. Okay. On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of building video Reva show 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints on the mud lead away from the door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road, beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. The call terminated by the other party if you're left with a discomforting sound of the disconnected tone. Okay.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria agent manager for damages yet. That you should take care of it. But I don't have money. Let's talk to him anyway. Okay. We'll figure something out. I agree. We need to figure something out. Get those damn bottles. All them bottles. All of them. Why can't I take them all at once? Okay, what is that? I cannot see any of that. Okay, if Kim thinks that we should call it a day, let's call it a day. Let's go and have a chat with that guy. But first, we get rid of the bottles in that machine that magically gives us money for that. And then call it a day. Probably. Hey! Streets are empty now. It's open. Somebody new there? No. Nothing changed. Insert bottles. A real 20. Right, so pay for damages. Try negotiating with guard. Yes, called guard. What can I say? Rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, visual calculus. I have no idea. Empathy, authority. Yeah, like authority is going to make a good thing. Assert yourself. No, that's not what we do. Half-light. Let the body take control, threaten people. What a physical instrument. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. That gruesome noise again. I'm sorry, Mr. Unchosen. I'm sorry. Let's get ourselves just another thought. Yes. And internalize the thought. Alright, time to take the bag back. And time to talk to guard. I forgot to say, Mr. Unchosen, so you can mute the stream while I'm thinking about what the hell do I even need to rise. Alrighty. Righty. No, but it's still unpleasant for you. It's... No. It's not good. Not very good at all. Boy, man.
Can I help you?
So, about that money I owe you. Yes, have you got it? How much do I owe you again? 60 real. Was wondering... Can we make some arrangement? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Oh. It's cold, I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game. Game? Everything's just a game for you, isn't it? Not until you bring me money. Okay, it turns you really have a sign. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here. Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. I saw another thing in the whirling. Another thing, great, I love those. Okay, this guy might have something in the motor carriage. Which is interesting. But how is it even possible to get 60 real here? I mean seriously. Can I wake this guy up? Hey, didn't work. See, 85% of chance to success, but no. No, I failed. That's the name of the game. 28%. On point. 85%. No. There's a very little chance. Try the handle. Okay, so... Did they change the lock? I think they did. Percentages are secretly inverted in the back end, I bet. Maybe. I would suggest actually there are two kinds of percentage. I mean, there would be a slight chance that the lower the percent is, the higher chance of success would be. Like there is a underdog story. If you have the very low percentage, you have a higher chance of getting the underdog story, like make you feel better. Like, yeah, it's not that simple. $60 real is very big price. I cannot afford 60 real any way, anywhere, anytime. Let's go to the carriage. What do you have, Kim? I have something here we could sell. Look in the back in the suspect transport enclosure. Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. Okay. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. The silver edges sparkle in the dark. I confiscated those 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down the Martinez Canal. What are those things? They're spinner hubcaps. Frivolous thing you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to stop, he makes the spinning motion with his hands. The caps keep on spinning. I appreciate your help. Thanks, Kim. Real friend. Real good pal, you know. Helping a pal cop in need. Unlike those who don't help cops in need. Ooh. Those unruly guys don't help.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
Fine night. The weather is terrible.
Is it? Spring is capricious, yes.
How come you're
The
still
pawn
open?
shop is always open.
Okay. Do you know anything about the traffic menace on the loose? Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, I don't drive. But didn't you hear it when the traffic menace drove over your roof? Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise over the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop, and then moving on. That sure narrows down our list of suspects. The vortex sounds fascinating. Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't really know what to make of it, but I know it meant something. Where is... Ah, there's something I'd like to sell. Uh-huh. Jump the mask banger? No matter, I'll give you 200 real. 200 for spinners! No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you. The lieutenant explains that the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash. Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again. Thank you. Here's 60 real. Yes! The rest is for him. He compensates for pain of being separated from his radiant spinners. I absolutely approve. Thank you. I'd like to sell my clothes. No. No. The brush is cheap. Postcard leisure. Postcard is. Damn. That's a good price. I can get drunk with that. I mean, for the investigation. You might be able to aid. I doubt it, but I can try. Do you know anything about a recent hanging? I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone. He doesn't know anything. Actually, that's all I've got. Yay! I can finally pay off what I owe to that guy. And probably call it a day with Kim. Probably. But most importantly, if I'm done with Kim, I'm so going to take the boots off that guy. The dead guy, I mean. Because it's armor. And it's like costly armor.
Can I help you?
So, about the money. I have the money. Here is it. Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask you to please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. Oh. All the doors lock automatically at 21. Yikes. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow, 20 real per night. He opens his wallet. I'll take the room here too. Of course. He takes the money and hands him a keyring. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do? This guy is so boring. Aren't you boring? God damn it, you are boring, dude. So, Kim?
Yes?
Nothing. So, how do I get rid of Kim? I'm just curious. Redecorated. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go. I'm not sure I want to call it a night. I still want to go out and grab all I can. Get rid of Kim? Yes, exactly. They are outside brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum, then grab the everything. Yes, exactly.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. You could have lent me a cigarette, dude. It looks devastatingly cool with that cigarette. Cigarette is such a great idea. I think I'm going to have one too. How did you get so cool? Your call, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night. How did you get so cool? The light of this cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. You mean this? Flicks the ash. That isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy. Keeping the habit within the... Yes, get close to him. Become his friend. Then, well, you know what to do with friends. Befriend him. Finally befriend him. Exactly, Mr. Unchosen. It would be easier to simply quit. Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes the cool quite a bit below it all. Okay. So, what are our powers exactly, the RCM? They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise the most frequently is imposing fines up to 1,000 real for offenses in accordance of the interdepartmental schedule. Why no more? The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part of the economic structure of Revachol. Wouldn't it be easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than a prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. Okay, what else? We can arrest people, or of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Wait, how can you be sure the rest will show up? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. I see. And if someone resists, you are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, you have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Yay! I need Kim. Not a good position to be in. By the way, Internal Affairs handles these cases. Oh boy. Thoroughly by cross-examining you for inconsistency. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Have I killed anyone? What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Coron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. Okay, have you ever killed anyone? Yes, last time was 4 years ago. He has internalized it well. It's just fact. A fact. A self-contained past event. There is a slight physical revulsion in him while saying that, but he's worked through it in the intervening years. Have I killed anyone? That's an improbability, perhaps even impossibility. Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere down there, melting in all the drink. I must have. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to know. Ouch. Precinct 41 is known for an higher than average rate of police violence. Yikes, man. Yikes. Who makes all those rules? Coalition governments, yeah. The RCM is formed as coalition government. Yeah, maintain order, not... Okay. Or perhaps it's better to say we're allowed to form. It's a point of convention where the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Okay. Silence, a great comment to such a conundrum. Well, how do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easy, approachable in this state, but we did it. I agree. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. Then you shot the body down, which was, he pauses searching for the right word, quite the shot. Damn straight. Hey Sergio. Hello. How are you doing, man? And we're about to wrap up the day here. I mean, the day in this game. Quite the shot. I'm a sharpshooting cop. Whoop whoop. I was inspired by your confidence in me, Kim. Let us go closer to this guy, but he's a cool guy. Damn straight, sharpshooting cop. On this occasion, I must agree. At any rate, your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we're missing something, but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. Now as for the interview, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean, he talks to Deep Dragon, looks at the city. The initial interview? Yes, well, we talked to some people. Including Everett Clare, a daunting adversary if there ever was one. He was particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everett. Probably. The tough cookie. Well, we will have to work through that. Sure. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name. That's a relief. I want a different name. You can look into the process of changing your name after we finish this investigation. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her, he frowns. I have a feeling that Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. If Kim is really emphasizing something this much, it really must be important. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all this running? You run a lot. Is it a standard practice? Yes. I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow. Oh, crap. I don't like to waste time. I'm training for a long distance run. Yeah, that's how we roll. I don't know why I do things I do. Yes. It's impressive, especially for a man of your age and in those heels. Hey! He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with orange. Yeah. Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. We're uncanny. A running reservoir in this body, God knows why. Just look into the night. The dying light of the city shimmer below. Slowly, the luminous clouds, they pass on the lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on ground below. Kusanagi glasses light up as he looks in the sky, two glowing circles. That is straight from some anime. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, "They really don't like us here." And the mouth of that kid Kuna is different inland. I'm Jamrock and the GRIH. What are they like this? Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. The place has fallen between the cracks. The jurisdiction of our two precincts, and then Jamrock and the Gri. He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night and skies. We're on the city west of the river, the RCM land. It's incredibly hard human beings here. He shakes his head, but we are in control and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. I agree. I hope the investigation will help improve the situation. Me too. But I won't count on the drastic changes in our lifetime. I agree. 30 experience. Whoop! Level up. Yeah, it's getting very cold. Let's go. Hey. I hope it's not gonna start in the morning. And Kim is just... Whatever, dude. Whatever. Mm-hmm. So I can go in. See you in the morning. Yes, yeah. Yes. Thank you. See you. Bye. And now to the mischief. Mischief. Let commence it. God damn it, it's already 9? Ah. Right, the mischief is going to have to wait till the next time, till the next week probably even. But we're gonna make him every preparation for the mischief. Duckybot is dead. Sorry, Copper. That moment when it's minus 14 outside with wind chill making it feel like minus 23. Yikes. Twitch is iffy today. Like, very iffy. There is the body. Duckybot is under weather. Yeah, I was yesterday. But... fuck to you too, Copper. Duckybot apparently is today. Find money, yeah. Right. Uh-huh. Level up, no, not yet. So we have this body. We save. And next time we're gonna start with releasing the boots from the grip of the dead guy. Because we can. Well, it was interesting. Thank you guys. Very much. Thank you guys. Can we raid somebody? Let's see. No, let's just say bye-bye to each other and see you. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for joining me. It was very, very fun. Very much fun to be with you here. And we have achieved something today. So, see you on Saturday, probably, where we're gonna go underwater to explore everything and probably die several times. Bye, guys. Love you all.